Hey guys, it's Rachel from RBG Colors and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing Secret Garden, which is our, our fifth book in my Johanna Basford coloring book flip through series that I've been doing for you guys. I love all of her books, but today we're going to talk about something special since Secret Garden and Enchanted Forest were two of Johanna's first books, so they were very special books. They're slightly different from her other books as these are printed out of England, so they're a little bit different than her other books and her newer books like even Lost Ocean and Magical Jungle, and those books are slightly newer. So one of the big differences is, well, these were published by Lawrence King Publishing. So the whole way the book was made was completely different. In fact, the paper in this book, as you can see, it's a gorgeous paper. Johanna couldn't find the exact paper she wanted when she was printing these books, I guess is how you would say it. And so one of the things that they did to get her the paper that she really wanted for Secret Garden and Enchanted Forest was she ordered the paper that she liked, and it came in a really bright white color. And she wanted the color to be more of a cream or an ivory color. So what they did was they sandwiched the paper in between two sheets of color, basically. So these, the papers in these books are actually a thick cream colored paper stock that's actually sandwiched between two layers of ink, since the paper was originally white and Johanna preferred a neutral cream tone. And then her artwork is printed on top of that. So really interesting and kind of cool. It makes the papers a little bit thicker and easier to work on, and I just love these books, so I think it's very interesting. And with Enchanted Forest, I felt like the Enchanted Forest books paper was slightly more ivory toned than the Secret Garden. But what I was reading is that because each of these came out of a different factory and a different, well, they didn't come out of all different factories, but each day when they were making new, like the books, when they were making the books, the print press wouldn't have the exact same ink. Like, you know, maybe sometimes there's a slightly different amount of oil or whatever it is that they put into the ink. So sometimes the paper would be a slightly different tone than the last version that came out of that factory. So just an interesting tidbit about these books I thought I would throw in there for you guys. This book is gorgeous too. I love how she does these books. And Secret Garden was actually her very first book, so this is a super special book. As you can see, my son spilt stuff on this, so it got a little bit mucked up, but that's okay. Okay. And another difference between this book and her other books is that these have a full dust cover jacket that comes off. So, and underneath you get this really beautiful toned tan cardstock with a little poem right here on each one, which is really interesting and cool, and I just love little things like that to share with you guys. So this was done by Lawrence King Publishing, and you can tell because you'll have the K's right there on the side of the spine of the book, where when it's one of her newer books that's done by Penguin Random House or Virgin Books, which is a section of Penguin Random House that'll have the little penguin. And this book was published on March 26th, 2013. Wow, guys, I'm getting old. This one's 96 pages long. It's 10 by 9.88 by 0.5 in its dimensions. It's 1.17 pounds and 4.7 stars, and it is currently $9.99 on Amazon. And when I got this book, which was last year, it was sitting right at about $6.74, I believe, which this was another one of the books that I bought extra copies of for my mom and my sister, just because you got to have some Johanna Basford in your life, right? Okay. So let's see. If I had my glasses, I would read that little poem to you. But I don't have them fresh and out right now, ready for you. So there we go. Make sure this is right in the viewfinder for you. Your publication page and the name bracket page. Here we have a welcome to my inky world of secret gardens, and a little tidbit from Johanna. Right here is her hidden items page that tells you what's in here, how many of them. And in this book, she actually gives you cues to like draw certain things or color certain things in the book, which is slightly different from her other books where she doesn't really do that as much. So this book's really special. In fact, I should have probably saved this book for last, since this was her very first book, and it would have been an interesting way to end our Johanna Basford flip-through series. But I figured, you know, get this out there for you guys to see. She's going to have a lot more books coming out, so, and I want to make sure that we're there to flip through every book she does. Lots of beautiful artwork. Here's a page where she gives you a cue. Actually, I think there was a page back here too. Right here. And, oh no, yep, just this page and that page. Lots of beautiful artwork either way. Here's a page where she gives you a little cue. And you don't have to follow the cues and draw anything. You can just color the pages in. It's all for fun, guys. It's just something she does. Extra little activities for us colorists out here. This is a gorgeous page. Now, there are artist editions of The Secret Garden, The Enchanted Forest, and The Lost Ocean books. And there's also mini versions of these books. So, they're pretty much, if you want a miniature version or a version that has slightly thicker paper, like the artist version, which the artist version, it actually is perforated, so you can take the pages right out of the book and you can frame them and you can do whatever you would like with them. And I guess they're really good for watercolor media, which I've had a great luck, actually, except for in the very beginning when I was first learning, as I showed you in the last flip through with Magical Jungle. That was the only book that I made an oopsie in of hers. Once I realized I have to use certain types of media and be careful, and I haven't had any little oopsies since. So just be careful. You can use gel pens, pencils, fine liners, and as long as you're really careful, I don't see why you couldn't use watercolor media in her books. You just have to be aware that, you know, these are double-sided pages, so if you don't want to ruin the page on the other side, don't use any media that's going to bleed through, that's all. And if you do want to use media that has a tendency to bleed through, you can always use clear gesso and different types of things that help the paper hold that media so that it doesn't bleed through. Which I'm waiting for my clear gesso to get here, actually, so that I can do some more watercolor medias with my pages. Actually, have a few whips in progress right now that I really need that clear gesso for. As always, you get high quality paper in all of Johanna's books. Nice, it's nice and smooth, so you could use gel pen, markers. It won't hurt the markers' nibs if you do. But as I said, just be a little careful because with markers, they do tend to bleed through. Your pencils, my pencils have taken to the paper in this book, in these books, very well. Lots of gorgeous images. Wow, look at that, guys. It's so pretty. Lots of flowers in this book. And it seems like her style of drawing has changed over time. If you have all of Johanna's books, let me know if you feel the same. It seems like her style of drawing has changed a little bit over time. Nice big pages. I love how the pages, how she picks this like neutral cream paper. Just makes it look so classy. And then here we are at the end of the book, where you get your key to where all the hidden images are. You get the back page where it says the end. And this is a nice, the cardstock that the cover is on is really nice. You could color this. It's got a lot of nice tooth on it. It's heavy duty. I haven't tested to see if markers would bleed through that or not, but I'm guessing that you could probably, you know, if you don't go too heavy, you could probably easily use a little bit of watercolor media on that if you would like. Although I'd recommend more dry media. But okay, guys, that was Secret Garden. I hope you liked it, and I know I do, and I absolutely highly recommend these books. They're beautiful. They're fun to color. They have lots of relaxing artwork in them for you to color. The world is a limit, right? Okay, guys. Have a great day and happy coloring. Thanks. Bye.